Siddhartha and Govinda leave with the knowledge of where the Buddha dwells.
Look, this one is the Buddha.
The Buddha is looking down and in utmost peace.
Today we'll hear the teachings from his mouth.
They followed the Buddha once more and saw him under the mango tree. Gautama begins teaching the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path.
You have heard the teaching well, it has come to you well. Thus join us and walk in holiness to put an end to all suffering. I take my refuge in the Exalted One and his teachings. Siddhartha, it is not my place to scold you. We have both heard the Exalted One's teaching. I have taken refuge in it. But don't you also want to walk the path of salvation? Do you want to wait any longer?
Govinda, my friend, now you have chosen this path. Always you've been my friend. You've always walked one step behind me. Often I've thought, won't Govinda for once also take a step by himself? Behold, now you've turned into a man and chosen your own path. I wish that you would go to its end, oh my friend, that you find salvation.
Speak up, I beg you. Tell me that you also, my learned friend, will take your refuge with the Exalted Buddha.
You failed to hear my good wish for you, O Govinda. I'm repeating it. I wish that you would go this path to its end, that you shall find salvation.
Siddhartha!
Don't forget, Govinda, that you are now one of the samanas of the Buddha. You have renounced your home and parents, your birth and possessions, your free will and all friendship. This is what teachings require and what the Exalted One wants. This is what you wanted for yourself. Tomorrow, I'll leave you.
I beg of you, Siddhartha, tell me why you do not wish to follow Gautama.
Be content, Govinda. Very good is the teachings of the Exalted One. How could I find fault in them?
Siddhartha, lost in thought, wandered around the grove and met the Buddha.
Yesterday I have been privileged to hear your teachings. With my friend, I had come from afar to hear them, and now he has taken his refuge with you, but I will again start on my privilege.
As you please.
Too bold is my speech, but I do not want to leave the Exalted One without having honestly told him my thoughts. Does it please the Venerable One to listen to me for one moment longer? One thing I've admired, you are presenting the world as a perfect chain, which is never and nowhere broken. Whether it may be good or bad, I do not wish to discuss possibly. This is not essential, but the uniformity of the world, that everything which happens is connected. The great and the small things are all encompassed by the same forces of time. This is what shines brightly out of your teachings, but according to you, this unity and necessary sequence of all things is nevertheless broken in one place, through a small gap. This world of unity is invaded by something which has not been there before, and which cannot be demonstrated and cannot be proven. These are your teachings of salvation, but with this small breach, the entire eternal and uniform law of the world is breaking apart again and becomes void. But please forgive me for expressing this objection.
You've heard the teachings, and good for you that you thought about it thus deeply. You found an error, but be warned of the thicket of opinions. There is nothing to opinions. But the teachings you've heard from me are no opinions, and their goal is salvation from suffering. This is what Gautama teaches, nothing else.
I wish that you would not be angry with me. You are right. There is little to opinions. However, I have not doubted for a single moment that you have reached the goal. You have found salvation from death. It has come to you in the course of your own search. You will not be able to convey and say to anyone in words what has happened to you in the hour of enlightenment. I am continuing my travels to reach my goal by myself or to die. But often I'll think of this day when my eyes beheld a holy man.
I wish that your thoughts shall not be in error, that you have reached the goal. But tell me, have you seen the multitude of my samanas who have taken refuge in the teachings? And do you believe that it would be better for them to abandon the teachings and to return into the life of desires?
Far is such a thought from my mind. I wish that they shall reach their goal. It is not my place to judge another person's life if I merely were one of your disciples. I fear that it might happen to me, that only deceptively myself would be calm and be redeemed, but that in truth it would live on and grow. For then I had replaced myself with the teachings, my duty to follow you, my love for you, and the community of the monks.
You are wise, O Samana. You know how to talk wisely, my friends. Be aware of too much wisdom.